against this aggressive bully. He won't be allowed to get away with this. Do you know, I've seen flying pickets on, I understand from the booze earlier, I've seen flying scabs earlier, at first. Colleagues, I'm not going to take forever and a day to speak to you. Your campaign is 100% right. If you don't win this campaign, some of the most organised people in our region, in our union, I dread to think what's going to happen to the rest of us. I come from London bus workers. We've seen what is happening to you because it is happening to us today. With authority from the executive, our union will always stand up against aggressive bullies, but it's us people like ourselves, people like yourselves, who are at the forefront of this fight and who are having this fight. What's to come of this? Well, I understand Willie's got himself a battle fund contingency. Good luck to him.
Yeah, good luck.
Money before we run out of will and before we run out of pension. All I'm going to say to you, stay solid, it is right, and while we're united and while we stand in this position, we will beat any aggressive employer. We will always fight the bullies. Colleagues, I salute you, and don't applaud me because I applaud you.
Yeah. Welcome you to my constituency. I welcome you every time you go on the picket line. I welcome you every time you demonstrate, because what you're doing is you're standing up for us all. You're standing up for the whole of the trade union movement. Because if they come for you, to beat you, they'll come for the rest of us as well. So I want to pay tribute to what you're doing. I've listened to Brown, I've listened to Adonis this morning on the box. The role of a Labour MP is not to be condemning this strike, it's to be on the picket line with you. I'm proud of what you're doing. Proud that you're doing it in my constituency. And I say again, we will win. We will win. And there's a message to all of our colleagues out there. Stand firm with us. But also there's a message, you know, to BA shareholders. Yeah. Willie Walsh is destroying your company as well. So those members of BA board who make the decisions need to start thinking clearly about the long-term future of this company that Willie Walsh is putting at risk. We are working in the best long-term interests of BA. We are saving BA from this nightmare of a management. And that's why we'll be here to the end in solidarity. And I say again, whether it's in Parliament or on the picket line, I'm with you. Solidarity.
Thank you. Brothers and sisters, I've come here today from Spain to bring you a message of solidarity and to encourage you to keep on fighting. We have been monitoring your fight for a long time, and this is not about cutting costs. This is about busting the union. We cannot allow the man who is going to become the CEO of the merged company to don't let him do that. No. We know this is only a laboratory case, and he's going to do that all over Europe. He's going to do that to us in Spain. Exactly. We stand beside you. You cannot allow him to use scab crew to man your aircrafts in a very unsafe and irresponsible way. We're having cabin crew on board aircrafts that have received a 2-day training course. We cannot allow that. In Spain, we will not tolerate this kind of union busting practices. We have to stand together, we have to stand united. Keep it up and keep that fight going as long as it takes.
Well, good afternoon, brothers and sisters, and once again a fantastic turnout, and a big thank you to you for the resolve.
Give it some welly.
No. Can you hear now? Yes. A big thank you for being here and once again demonstrating your resolve and your determination to fight for nothing else other than dignity and respect. Yes. The very people who've been responsible mainly for making British Airways the premier world airline are you. And you have every right to demand that your voice and your concerns are being taken on board. Unfortunately, we have a British Airways management who seem deaf to your voice. They're not interested in your concerns, they're not interested in your future, and that is a disgrace as far as I'm concerned. The media have set about trying to portray this as the might of Unite, wanting to bring down British Airways. What utter nonsense that is. This is about decent men and women demanding their rights and wanting to negotiate a settlement that gives you a future and secures British Airways for the type of premier airline that it's become well known. You know well that during the negotiations we have sat with the company and put forward all of the offers that they could wish. It has been evident now for some weeks that they've been negotiating in a disingenuous manner. It's been evident for a while that instead of seeking to resolve your concerns, they've been planning to try to crush your right to have a collective voice and a union. And we're not going to allow them to do that. I want to take this opportunity of thanking other unions who are here today, who've come along to demonstrate their solidarity with you. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for being here. And to Danielle and Enrica, who have come from Spain, a very, very big thank you for their support. I can tell you that we are inundated with messages of solidarity and support from all over the world, literally dozens and dozens of trade unionists from Australia to America and Africa and beyond, wanting to give their support to your struggle, because they understand that your fight is their fight as well, as Mr. Walsh and the British Airways management represent the race to the bottom. We've said very clearly to them that our members are here to negotiate an honourable settlement, one that gives the dignity and respect that you deserve. It is a nonsense for them to talk now in the media about the cost of cabin crew. It's an irony, isn't it? That the cost of cabin crew doesn't seem to be a problem when they've got pilots on £100,000 a year. Being worried about the cost of cabin crew. They must be the highest paid cabin crew in the history of aviation. And I say to those pilots, there will come a day when you will look back and you will be ashamed of what you have done. So, brothers and sisters, all I can say is remain solid. I know that there are problems and I know there are fears. I know that the threats and intimidation have got to some of our people, and I don't criticise those individuals for that. I know that British Airways management are doing everything they possibly can to weaken your resolve. The truth of the matter is that you are not mindless militants. You're decent men and women who are trying to protect your future and the company that you love. And I hope that the message goes clearly to Mr. Walsh, or perhaps more wiser heads within British Airways, because we understand, despite what is put out in press statements, that there are serious divisions inside the board of British Airways. John McDonnell was right when he made the point that shareholders need to start questioning precisely what is happening to their company. A fortnight ago, and I can tell you this because I was there, a fortnight ago we were that close to an agreement. Even taking the company's figure, the sum of money between us was £10 million. Already we've estimated, despite the nonsense coming from Willie Walsh, who, if he ever gives up being CEO of an airline, he should take up being a fictional author. We know that this strike so far has cost nearly £100 million. It is the economics of the madhouse, and our appeal is to wiser people to intervene, to make certain that we get back round the table and we get you, the decent people that you are, the honourable settlement that you desire. Good luck and keep solid.